good way to end this. I mean, the thing is I feel like with Neji, he honestly had to learn. Um, I think the only way he potentially can learn is through his opponents. So I'm kind of glad that Naruto was his opponent because I feel like if it was Hinata, even Hinata, I mean, like, because them versing each other kind of just shows anger. So even with Hinata, I feel as if she was trying to get through to him but couldn't because he has that hatred for the entirety of the family, and it's really sad because he's so young. But hopefully this battle and this fight makes him realize that you aren't a failure. Because I feel like Naruto saying that to him, I really feel as if Neji has never heard somebody say that to him before because I feel like he had to work extra hard to get noticed. He had to work extra hard to do basically anything and was kind of looked down upon and belittled and that's why he looks down upon people and belittles people because he kind of sees it as like, oh, I'm just the branch family, you're the head family, I'm here to serve you, I don't have any other potential or purpose other than serving you. And it's really sad, and honestly is sad because he's so young, but at the same time, this is going to be his stepping stone to, I want to say redemption because I feel like he doesn't necessarily need an extreme redemption arc. I feel because redemption arcs are mainly made for like villains or characters that are just overwhelmed by like extreme amounts of anger. I think with Neji, it's not going to be a redemption arc. I feel like it's going to be more like because characters that have to redeem themselves. I don't necessarily think he has to redeem himself. If we're gonna talk about if like Orochimaru ever had like a redemption arc or something, that would be something because he's done some bad shit. Um, but I feel like he's gonna have like Neji's gonna have like a very powerful character growth arc. Just based on how it's leading up to it, and also how Naruto is saying, "I will help the Hyuga clan," like how he's saying, "I will do this for the Hyuga." It's like I like where this is leading because it's kind of showing us that outside of the families that we have known already, there's so much more potential to even visit like minor characters families and see how like other characters outside of just with Hinata, who is a love interest for Naruto, how her family is affected and how Naruto being that love interest but also being that person who wants to be Hokage is going to help change Neji's views on things. So a few things too is what Neji's father told him was to live. And he said, "You are blessed with this power that nobody really else has within this clan. You're blessed with this power, and I want you to be able to use it and utilize it for your best." And it's so sad because you could definitely tell that he was such a good father. You could tell that they really were like bonded with each other. Obviously, the father had sins of his own and demons of his own because he tried to actually kill Hinata, which is really bad. I don't necessarily because he said murderous intent, so I don't know if that's 100% to like go and unless that's what he was trying to do something, obviously. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to murder her or he was more so trying just to like he was just scowling at her and the guy like her dad got mad, but like either way, him saying to Neji to live, he was a very good father because I just feel like him looking upon Hinata was very powerful in that episode because he kind of showed us that he kind of has a hatred for her, and I think it's also because she is like kind of making his son not hone his skills to the greatest potential, which is again always terrible, but at the same time, I feel like the hatred within this clan's heart just needs to they just need to fucking talk. Like honestly, I feel like Hinata and Neji will be able to make this clan a much better place. So also another thing too is him saying what he did about Hinata and that moment when he was like, you put her down and why did you do this? I mean, like he hardly like knows her. I mean, they've only known each other for like like they went to school together, but like they just started talking. And here he is saying that he's gonna do things for her. Here he is standing for her. Even with Lee, like he hardly even fucking knows Lee. Here he is going to stand for them, and I love that. Another thing too is Naruto saying because I was called a failure. Naruto is not gonna back down from a fight. I mean, he never would. He never did. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. What I love about Naruto is he's not a character who is very insecure. He's a very hurt character. He's a very overwhelmed character, but he is not insecure. Because if he was insecure, he'd be more like Hinata or more like Deku from My Hero Academia. Because I love Deku, I love his character arc, I love where they're going with that. But with Naruto, what I really love is his confidence, and I like how his failures within his own flaws are definitely his impatience, his recklessness, sometimes his rage. But overall, I like how they're exploring him, where it's kind of showing us That it's like, hey, he doesn't have to be somebody who's trying to find confidence, because there's a lot of stories like that, but instead he is somebody who is trying to give confidence to others. And I love that for a shonen protagonist. And there are a lot of shonen protagonists like that, where they have extreme levels of confidence. So I usually tend to like those characters a ton. That's why also in My Hero Academia I love Bakugo, because with Bakugo, his level of confidence is up here, and I feel like his character arc was also learning to be less egotistical. But I could talk about My Hero Academia for hours, because I fucking love that series. Anyway, let's keep going. So, he fulfilled his promise, okay? And not only just to himself, not only just to everyone around in there saying, I will be, like, you know, him saying, I'm going to be Hokage, or I want you guys to look at me not just, like, as a brat anymore. He fulfilled his promise to Lee and to Hinata, but most importantly, to his own heart. Because obviously, as an empath, you know darn well he's going to be thinking about this nonstop. I'm surprised he's not a Pisces, because those are the most, like, usually the most empathetic signs. Because usually I like to see how, if somebody makes a character and if they follow their zodiac sign a ton. What zodiac signs are you guys? I'm an Aries, and it makes 100% sense. But Aries is also Sakura, so I could relate to Sakura on many grounds. But him fulfilling this promise, him kind of carrying out the failures and the losses of his two friends, that is what made him move forward. It wasn't, hey, I'm Naruto and I'm really upset because I lost, or I'm gonna prove a point. No, he's not like that. He's an empathetic person, which means he's going to carry out a promise for his friends and not for himself. And also, I want to talk about the bird. That's symbolism. Usually birds, when you look upon them and they're flying, that represents and resembles freedom. So much fiction likes to represent, when it can, even in books, they love to represent birds resembling freedom. There's so many other different symbolisms we could go into, what the bird could potentially represent. But what I'm feeling at that moment when Neji was staring upon it as it was flying overhead, flying away, I feel like he stopped and stared for that moment, because he realized something. His destiny can change, and his destiny can have freedom. And seeing that bird flying, in a way, he was envious of that bird in that moment, because he was like, wow, here I am on this ground, marked, branded, for 10 years or more of my life. I'm sitting here thinking this is my only destiny. But when you see that you have potential, and you have many different opportunities for you, that overwhelming feeling of freedom just goes over you like this cloth, and gives you, like, not even just so much hope, but your spirit is lifted. So hopefully through this, Neji is healed. Hopefully through this, he realizes that he is no longer somebody who has to be, you know, just following the laws of his clan and just be branded and be bound to it. He has to realize that he too has a choice, and that this is his life, and that this is his life to take by the handlebars and say, I'm fucking doing this. This is what I want to do with my life. Yes. But other than that, yeah, I hope you guys do join up on our Discord server. You want to talk more about Naruto. We also have a few episodes of the Shonen Cast coming out, so be sure to sign up for that if you want to talk more about Naruto in general. And also, if you want to take part in our events, our Discord is always open for you guys. We have a 5-hour event every single Thursday, and we'd love to see you guys there. But anyway, my friends, I hope you have an amazing day. You stay weird, you stay wonderful, you stay awesome. And until next video, brace your fangirl, your fanboy, and your fan person every single day. Bye, guys!
I need your help, guys. I can't seem to pronounce Naruto right. Naruto? Naruto. Naruto's. Naruto! Naruto? Naruto. Boruto. Fuck! Damn! Guys, I really need your help, so let me know down in the comments below how to pronounce this. This is an action call to all the weebs out there. Please help me. Tell me how to pronounce that manga anime name down in the comments below.